Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Where are we? Uptown Armu. We're going to go and take a seat up there in the Armu viewing point, have a little chat with you. But before we do, I've got to introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the world, and her name is Miss Ochin Gracivia Lebouf, the dancing, the prancing, professorising girl, all dressed in blue, especially for you.
I'm in blue. Are you daltonic?
I know,
or
you're
what?
in white. You got a blue belt?
Yes.
There we are.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again and again.
Shall we go and have a little sit down?
We shall.
We shall. We'll follow the most beautiful woman in the world as she transcends up into that little box with a spectacular view out across that blue Mediterranean Sea. As you can see, well, the sky is looking very, very blue today. I promise you, when you see it, the sea is a scarlety, beautiful shade of blue indeed. Of course, Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue, so here comes the wind, but all that's actually missing is
you. Of course you. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe, whichever you prefer, and start paddling like crazy, because we all impatiently waiting just for you.
Shall we have a look at that? Look at it. Just down yonder is the blue Mediterranean Sea. Absolutely spectacular day in downtown paradise. We know there's one or two of you down there, and hopefully we're going to get a bump into each other very, very soon indeed. And unfortunately, one or two of you have left. So let's have a little sit down. Let's have a chat with the girl in charge, Miss Ochin Gracivia Lebouf. Not you, Dame Anne, but we'll get to you a bit later. Don't worry.
Well, I have to say, now I was ironing this ironing this dress long time, and I said to Mr. Paul, I'll be all crisp if I sit down, I'll be working. But he said, no, it's going to be very far, you're going to die, melt away.
There we are. Gracivia Lebouf has been ironing this dress especially for you. Miss Andrea, this could be a job for you when you come out to downtown Paphos. She likes to do her ironing on a Saturday morning when Mark goes to work.
It's a hard job, Mr. Paul, especially when the temperature is so hot. We are melting away. People help us. I don't know, somebody who missed the heat, you should come now.
Yes, indeed. Miss Diana, she's dreaming of the heat. She's in downtown London, and apparently the drizzle is dripping down the windows onto the windowsill, but she's looking forward to coming to Paphos very, very soon.
We will be meeting with a great pleasure with you, our dearest Diana.
Mr. Lee, he's on his way here soon as well.
Mr. Lee as well, of course.
And Mr. Fernando is coming very, very soon.
Fernando.
Which I presume is Spanishy. I'm not sure.
Well, Fernando, I understand now what you're saying. Fernando, okay, it's like this. I just spelled every letter. I understand. Yes, this is actually maybe Brazil, maybe Spanish, Italian, but very beautifully sounded name.
It is
by
indeed.
The way.
It's got a nice
Very
ring
nice.
to it, that's for sure.
Very nice.
So all of these superstars are coming to town, but of course one or two superstars have actually left. Two superstars that we recently met, and now they've transcended back to downtown York. Of course, Mr. Jason and
Miss Rachel, our dearest, lovely Rachel and Mr. Jason. We really said, and I couldn't stay there when we came to say goodbye to you, because the long goodbye time is going on. The longer that time is going on, the more sad you get in. I don't know if you noticed, I remember when our dearest Dame Anne was going away, we were so sad, and I really feel like you are members of our dearest family. There is no doubt about that. So once we met you, especially have a seat, we had a seat for a couple of drinks and chat, interesting stories of the life. We really get upset then when you're going, but we always know that we're gonna meet again.
we are indeed. Shout out to some of the stars. Obviously the girl in charge of the show, Dame Anne, she's coming to town. Is it 56? Is it 57? you let us know in the comments down. But we know you're coming to town very, very soon. We wish your sister a great, great birthday. That was yesterday or the day before, depends when you're watching this video. Your little sister. So we wished her a happy, happy birthday.
Very, very happy
And
birthday.
of course, downtown Hartlepool. I've no doubt the weather is not too bad, but it's not quite as good as it is when you're sitting on your veranda in the Alexander the Great Hotel, is it? Watching the sunset, popping down to the Garibaldi restaurant, or perhaps out to the Infinity Bar, where I'm sure there's a barman with a special, special drink for you.
Yes, our dearest Dame Anne was always mentioning that she's looked after as a queen, as a dearest person, because she really deserves it. We always remember, so I would like to say to Rachel and Jason, happy landing.
Well, they've landed now. She's back at her desk.
And I hope your motherland greeted you the same way, like this luxury island of love. And I know that you had a nice and lovely time together, unforgettable moments of the life, lots and lots of pictures, and we always will be grateful to see you again. And you promised that
She
we
did
will.
indeed. So now Rachel is CFOing, Chief Financial Officing, back in downtown York. And of course, Mr. Jason is whizzing around in his RS5. Hopefully the boys in blue are not going to capture you, not just yet. And I don't know if you want a pot noodle or if you want to do some canoodling, but whatever it is, I'm sure that Miss Rachel will accommodate you somehow. Now, on with the show. There's been many people that have asked, where does Marika Me come from? What did we start? How did we find each other? So, Miss Oching-Booth perhaps is going to share a little bit of an insight, and you're going to get a look inside her soul, especially for you.
I would like to mention also, before we start that story, the Polish woman and her husband, Mr. Jen.
Well, Mr. Jen, who's an Italian stallion,
Italian.
or a mafia boss from downtown Italy, and his partner in crime, Miss Gloria.
Gloria.
Yes.
I was trying to think that very moment when she said her name. I said, my God, how beautiful name it is, Miss Gloria. Hello, a big shout out to you, and hopefully you are well. We're loving you to bits and kissing you from the bottom of our two hearts. We always love meeting people, and if you're that brave to call us, to say hello, we know you, we watched you, we will be very humbled.
So, let's deep into it. Let's get dug straight in, Receiver Booth. How did you and Mr. Paul meet?
I happened to work in the paint shop. I was mixing the car paints. Well, I started 2017 there, 17th of December. I do really remember the date of that time. And Mr. Paul just was arriving as a customer. We were just friends, the friends of customer and sales girl relations, whatever it was. But then appeared to be very, very good friends, and therefore one day I said to him, Mr. Paul, I think I'm getting divorced. After 22 nearly years, I decided that this relationship just went over, and I said to Mr. Paul that fact, and he said, don't be silly, I don't think you should, because how long you've been living? I said that very big amount of time, and he said to me, don't be silly, I don't think you should. But then I really explained what was going on, how I was feeling myself, and then he did understand that I can't go on like that, and this is why we are together now. And I would like to say that the reason of my divorcing was not Mr. Paul, so he didn't destroy our life or our marriage, I should say. If anything, he was trying to understand why this woman is so unhappy. But every woman, every lady knows what she wants, indeed.
So a very, very lucky Mr. Paul then got to steal her heart. It took a while though.
It took a while, and I'm not a person who, as you understand, after so many years, you have to be very, very careful where you step on, as we say, and is it safe or not. In the understanding of, I was never looking for money, I was never looking for somebody to look after me, because I'm a workaholic, I'm a person who works hard and did work hard in this island of love. Actually, everything was missing is love.
Hopefully now that little void has been filled. I had the same void, and I can promise you my little void has been, well, filled, shall we say. And Mr. and Christina Booth, Marika, the most beautiful woman in the world, and me will be together for the rest of my life. I understand that one or two of you might like to pop me off and perhaps jump into my shoes. But remember, my shoes are quite big and very, very difficult to fill, because Christina LaBouffe likes an awful lot of attention. You have to open every single door. You have to do all the washing, all the ironing. You have to do all the buying. And on top of all that, you have to keep telling her that she is the most beautiful woman in the world.
Well, you don't have to tell it. It's just always pleasant when women can hear the compliments. Of course, every woman will be glad and happy about the man's compliments. There is no doubt about it. If you can find in this planet one woman, at least, that never liked the compliment from the man's side, she should be lying, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Now, the Marika Me YouTube channel, how did that start? Well, a long, long time ago, I wanted to set up a YouTube channel. I was going to go and travel around Eastern Europe. That was the initial idea. And then along came COVID-19. So that sort of knocked that one, should we say, took the wind out of its britches. Then fell in love with Misogyny and Christina LaBouffe. And we were, should we say, trapped through her work and my work. So one day I said to that beauty, I tell you what, the back door is open on your office, run through that door. And she said, okay. So she went, huh. And she turned around and she ran through the door, then she came back. And she said, huh, was that okay? And I said, well, you actually ran a little bit too fast. Run like Jamie Summers. To which she went, huh? Who is Jamie Summers? We all know she's the $6 million man's girlfriend, the bionic woman, Lindsay Wagner. So I said to her, run through in slow motion. And guess what? She did. And when she came back, she went, huh, any good? And I said, perfect. One of these days, I will make you the most famous woman in the world. So that's the start of the Marika and Me YouTube channel. Before she told me all of her problems, we were friends, if you understand me. It was going to be a friendship sort of channel. And then, of course, as time went on, out of the closet came the nastiness of wanting to get a divorce from her previous husband. I'm not going to say a lot about him, but luckily for him, he's not on this island anymore. Take that how you fancy it, but he's not here anymore. He's buggered off, shall we say. So at least now we get to prance around on the island of love. But again, we were trapped by her work and my work, so we had to come up with a solution. How can we make a YouTube channel? So we came up with the idea one day. I tell you what, we'll go down the Paphos promenade and walk up and down and see if we can make friends. Slowly but surely, it's become a bit of a habit. Slowly but surely, most of the bars, most of the restaurants now accept us. Some of them even like us. And of course, you guys out there have grown to like us. Not everyone likes us, we understand that. But the ones that do seem to love us. And guess what? We love you to bits. So we will continue to do what we're doing. That's what you've told us to do. So we'll continue to do exactly what Miss Naomi told us to do. So thanks for watching. And of course, if you do like what you see, want to hit that like, click that subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of our madness. I'm pretty sure there's a bit of a chuchka dance going to be going on very, very soon.
I would like to say to dearest Kaylee, our dearest Kaylee, we loving you, kissing you from the bottom of our two hearts, and hoping you are getting better and better day by day.
Here we go. It's the dancing Chichochka girl, especially for
Ho!
Ho! And you can't beat a good ho, especially when the sun is beating down in downtown Paphos. Don't forget to hit the like, click subscribe, perhaps go through to our about page where you could consider to buy us a coffee or two.
We would like to thank you. Thank you for all your kindness reviews, for your kindness words, for your love, for your being here all the time with us. We're loving you and kissing you from the bottom of our two hearts.
Thanks for watching, and of course we will see you again very, very soon indeed, somewhere on the downtown Cape of Paphos promenade, in the harbour area, or perhaps in your front living room. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very, very soon indeed.